Now that we've looked at colour values, let's have a look at how we apply colour to individual page elements. I've created a simple XHTML document with one div or division which contains 2 paragraphs. You'll also notice that I've added a unique identifier to the first paragraph which I've called Content Introduction, and that we're going to use later on to introduce some individual style to just that paragraph. So first up, let's open this file in the web browser and see the page unstyled. Nothing too special. But with some simple CSS rules, we can start to create a much more interesting presentation. First of all, I'm going to style the body of the page itself. So here I'm applying a background colour and a colour to all the text which sits on that page. So we'll save the file, flip over into our web browser and reload. And now we can see that we've added a pink background with some purple text. Let's flip back into Dreamweaver and add another style, this time for the container div. Once again, I've added a background colour. In this case, I've used the abbreviated hex shorthand value for white, FFF, and also to give the content a little bit of breathing space, I've also added some padding to the div of 1em. So, flick back into Firefox and refresh the page. And now we can see the white background on the div, contrasting against the pink of the page background. One final step. Now I'm going to style the P, which we gave the ID of Content Introduction to earlier on in the example. In this case, again, I'm adding a little bit of padding to the paragraph just to give the text some room to breathe. I'm now applying a separate background colour, and whereas before I've set on the body the text colour to be pink, now with this paragraph I'm overriding that text colour to be white.
It's good to point out right now that all of the hexadecimal, except for the shorthand, all of the full hexadecimal values in this particular example could not be made into shorthand hex because there are no pairs. They're not specific paired values.
With the exception of white, of course.
With the exception of the ones that are already shorthanded.
True. Okay, so let's save the file, flick back into Firefox and reload. And wow.
That looks a lot better. Getting some real interesting texture there.
So in the next movie, we're going to take a look at how we can apply colour to links.